What's up, guys? It's Friday. We decided to do a little something different for you tonight. So, we've been on YouTube about a year since we started and really took off, and we've gotten a lot of new subscribers. And maybe some of you don't know our history, so we wanted to just tell you a little bit about ourselves and how we got here and a little bit of everything. So, that's gonna be our Friday video. We hope you enjoy it.
Yep. So if you're tuning in for hardcore fab work, this isn't the video. We're just trying to reach out because we realized this past weekend that we met so many people, and a lot of you watch us and you take an interest in us. So we just kind of wanted to give you a quick rundown, brief history of who we are, what we do, and how we got started doing YouTube, because not everybody knows that either. Basically, I started doing like demolition derby when I was like 17. There were some guys that lived in the campground here, and I would mow grass, and I would watch them guys work on cars and stuff. And that always interested me. When I was a kid, I was always into monster trucks, and I always would work on something in the yard, and have me a little sand box going with all my stuff. And basically, like every kid, I went to a few monster truck shows when I was a kid, and man, I was hooked on that big time. So it's just like, I'm just like pretty much everybody that I've met that watches this. I grew up the same way you did. And I kind of just always into stuff. But what a lot of people don't know is I was an electrician for 29 years. My dad owned his own business, and when I was 15, I thought I wanted to homeschool, which was a way of me dropping out, I thought. I ended up finishing school through homeschool and then being an electrician for 29 years. I'm 44. I was trying to make it to 30, and I didn't. I gave up. So we've all got history, and I didn't really ever love it, and that's why I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't stick with it. I was self-employed for 15 years. Just basically shut that down recently to help here and do this. What have you been doing your whole life?
Not much.
Yeah, right.
That's a joke. No, I was an only child, and my dad always wanted a boy, so he did everything with me that he would have done with a boy. So he was a body man, painted cars, and I grew up in a garage, running around getting dirty. I don't know everything, but I love it, and it's part of who I was growing up, and I'm embracing it again at this part of our lives. So.
Yeah. So we knew each other before, and then life took us this way.
Yep.
And then now we're back, and we have 3 boys, 2 teenagers that you don't see a lot. You see Wyatt, but there's 2 teenage boys, Wyatt and Jay, and then Sammy. Of course, Sammy, he'll be 5 here.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing tire changes and brake rotations and all that good stuff here soon.
For sure. He has a birthday Wednesday, so he'll be 5 Wednesday, and
Yeah.
he's into everything. You guys know that.
So a lot of the reason I wanted to talk like this is I want to show you where I gained my inspiration from and relate to you, because when I was an electrician, when I was in my 20s working for other people, like in 1 year I wired 48 houses, basically a house a week. So I really spent some time grinding, and the whole time I was there, I daydreamed about other stuff and never could grasp just doing that. I never cared about it. It wasn't that big of a deal, and then it became real easy. It wasn't a challenge to me, and that's kind of like why I like doing the stuff I'm doing now, like putting the LS motor together, not knowing how. That's a major puzzle. It stimulates your brain, and it makes you do things you didn't know you could do, because other people can do it. So you should be able to do it too. You just got to adapt your mind and do it.
Have the confidence to try is really the big thing, is getting over your own mindset and just trying it,
Yeah. So I would always have 1 or 2 projects around and get caught up in just owning them. And it's hard, man, when you're raising a family and you got ball games or you got family members and you got stuff to do. It's hard to break free and go outside. It makes you feel kind of selfish in a way to be doing something on your own, but everyone needs a little time to themselves to stimulate who you are. And I believe a lot of people live their whole life and they just get caught up living this modern life, and they don't ever tap into who they really are
The
or
things that they actually enjoy, like at their core, things that actually bring you joy, or creating something. Maybe creation isn't your thing, but whatever it is,
could be piano playing,
right.
could be. Uh, there's a lot of weird hobbies out there.
I like mushroom hunting. It makes me happy. That's a weird hobby.
Yeah, but anything that you like to do, you should just embrace that you like it and become all involved with it. Go all in. So I just kind of, when me and her circled back together, and I had some stuff, and I had some stuff I didn't want, and my grandma and grandpa, they created this campground through hard work, and they never really got to see it the way it is now, how you might see it through this lens.
Right.
They my grandpa died like 1996, and then my grandma lived to 2014, and then I inherited a 31 Model A, and a lot of people don't know this. This is way before YouTube, but I inherited that car, and I didn't even have a barn, and I was just kind of in my 30s, and wheels were just spinning all over. You don't have any direction. You damn sure don't want to go out and drive around a 31 Model A and drink some beers. So I sold the car, and I took all the money from the car, and I built this barn right here. I went down to the local hardware company, and I said, "How much of a barn will $10,000 get me?" They said 30 by 30, and that was 900 square foot more than I had.
Yeah.
So I throwed it all down. Within a few days, it started showing up. Had a few friends help me. I would come home from work and put a piece of metal on a night, And I've met other people like AJ or Austin, AJP Customs, and he just built a barn, and he said the same thing. Come home and just work on it, at dark, just doing whatever you can. I think people get caught up thinking that they can't compete with someone who has a garage or tools, but that's not true.
Right. That's not true. You work with what you got. You have to be resourceful. So, I talked about my dad, but my mom, she raised me as a single mom. I mean, my dad was around and, involved, but she raised me as a single mom, and we had to be resourceful and fix things. And, like, there's nothing in my life, honestly, that I haven't attempted to fix myself before asking for help, for sure. And I'm still that way.
Before this barn was here, it was at a hill, and I was putting a transmission in a truck, and I ran myself over.
Yeah.
So I didn't always have a barn, I had to struggle and work on stuff and change wheel bearings on my Dodge and the gravel and stuff. Now tools are pretty cheap, so if you don't have a lot of tools, it's kind of your own thing. You just ain't buying them because you can go Harbor Freight and get good tools. But anyways, I had the car, right? I sold the car and I built the barn. Well, when I hit 40, I started feeling nostalgic, and some events popped up that made me wish I hadn't got rid of that car. Well, the phone rang one day, and it was the guy who I sold the car to, and he forgot that he didn't even know he was calling me. He thought he was calling electrician. Well, I ended up getting the car back, and then the car kind of just sat here, and me and her sat here, and we'd sit there and watch Corey Wheat and stuff on TV, and we don't really watch TV. I don't get caught up in politics. I don't get caught up in. I have my opinions, but they don't matter, so I just don't pay attention. It's easier just to check out and do your own thing. I don't even know I don't know where Ukraine's at. I don't know anything about Israel. I don't know any of it. I'm honest. I don't know any of that. What's going on? What would I do about it? How can I fix it? I can't fix it. I'm just in my garage getting ready to do a lot of swimming in this pool right here. I don't know what else is going on, but everybody has their own issues,
Yeah.
A lot of people we meet come up to us, and they might have an ailment or crippled like me, or bent over, and they're dragging themselves around the garage working on their project, showing me pictures and stuff. And one night I threw that car up for sale. I really didn't. I needed the money. Why do you put stuff up for sale? I needed the money. But I didn't go around bragging about needing the money. I just put the car up for sale because I like to take care of my own issues. Well, the guy that I had watched on TV from 8, 9 years before, who I'd made a friend request from, Merlin Johnson. Before I knew it, I was on the phone with one of my mentor type fellas, my hero.
Before we skip on through this, let's just explain that scenario. He said, Merlin just messaged me about this car. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, we watch him, And he said, yeah, we've been friends on Facebook, and he just messaged me about this car. And then, he said he's wanting to call me, and I'm like sitting next to him in the chair, and he's like, I'm nervous. I can't even answer this phone. I'm so nervous. And
I
I was
felt
like
like a school.
laughing.
I felt like a little kid, little teenage girl in
He
front of Taylor
was.
Swift,
That's a true story.
And I called him up, and he answered right away. And man, we talked and talked, and it was surreal, And we talked about the car. He told me he wanted to drive it home. So if you go back to Merlin's old school garage about a year ago, about 11, 12 months ago right now, if you go back 50 videos, 60 videos, he comes to here and gets that car. He paid me way in advance. When he came here, the car was his. The title was in his name.
So before he came, he said, I know what you guys do, and I see what you're doing. Why don't you just start filming it? And we were like, well, I mean, we've talked about it, but we don't know what we're doing. And
I have excuses.
Yeah.
I don't own a computer. He said, you're talking on it.
Yeah.
I said, I don't have a camera. He said, you're talking on
Yep.
it. I said, I'm too fat. He said, lose weight. I said, I'm too old. He said, no, you're not. And he inspired me. And within a week or a few days, he started sending me money for the car. And
we picked up a phone and started filming everything random. You go back and look at it. They're not good. We don't, I mean, it's just anything and everything we could film.
I had a spare iPhone 12 with no service. And we had Wi-Fi in our house that was skeptical.
Yes.
It's like it's kinked. The Wi-Fi is kinked. It hardly works.
Yeah.
So I just kind of took on a lot of the garage side of it. And then I would just come in and hand her a phone. She had never edited in her life,
No.
So she started getting apps and figuring it out. And pretty soon we were off and running.
Here we are.
And we was getting 100 views. I remember the first video got 100 views. I couldn't believe it.
We couldn't believe it.
Like 112 views? That many people's watching us? Look at that squirrel.
I heard it.
Chipmunk.
I didn't know what it was.
And
those are my nemesis, actually. I can't
there he goes. Is that Alvin? Theodore? Simon?
They'll tear up anything and everything they can.
But, so Merlin was a solid guy, and he had a solid plan. So when he started sending me money, I was like, there's no way Grandpa's Model A is leaving here without me following it, right? So I know I wasn't a YouTube guy, but I knew they collaborate. And I had talked to Corey Weed about a truck he had for sale, So I told Corey, maybe you should talk to Merlin. Well, I had my plans the whole time. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to follow him, and I was going to meet all these people. And that's what happened. Merlin ended up driving the car home, making like 7 videos. I think he still got it. I don't know. But it was a joy to watch the car go and live its life in stock form.
Yes.
Through the windshield. It was the greatest
across
experience.
America. I would have never done that in our possession.
No.
So, some people criticize and say, like, how could you ever sell that car? But to us, to get to live that life, and with the person that bought it to care for it and renew it and have that adventure and see it all ourselves, like, you wouldn't get that opportunity any other way.
So although my grandpa had passed away a long time ago, the car built the barn, and then I got the car back, and the car built the channel to what we are right now as we are speaking. Right now, it's all about that car and the chance Merlin gave me and the pep talk.
Yeah.
And we just took it, and I'm giving you that pep talk right now. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, and you're going to get discouraged, but you should just be filming everything. You should be... If you're building a barn, film it.
If it's what you're passionate about, do it.
If you break down the side of the road, film it and make you a channel and share it. And because it's changed our lives. It's probably in some way saved my life. Yes. Because I just really was just doing my own thing. I didn't care about really anything. I was just kind of in that phase where nothing really mattered, and just hit it with a hammer and wake up and hit it with a hammer again. But this has actually gave me something to look forward to other than just waking up mowing or waking up and doing electric work. This is actually like enjoyable. And then we go out and we meet people. Somebody commented on one of our videos, the last video, and he said that, because I had said that we do this for the friendship and not the money. And he made sure that we knew, because he went on other videos and said that basically I was a liar, that I was doing it for the money. And we haven't made enough money we could probably own a jet ski.
I don't even know.
Maybe a high-end...
I used one.
300.
Real used.
200 a month jet ski. $19.99.
Not in December, January, we couldn't have made that
Honda
payment.
Shadow.
So
but we
the
ain't.
point is, yes, we are going to accept the money that YouTube would like to pay us for our content because we work really hard for it. Do we make enough to say that we're doing YouTube for the money? No.
No, but if they're going to send it to you, it's just like that stimulus check.
Yeah.
You might hate the president, but you cashing that check.
We took it. So there's that, but what we've gained from it is it's priceless. A million memories, all, so many new friends, people that are like-minded, the travel, the experience. I mean, it's, when we say we don't do it for the money, we don't, because it's the money.
We went in 1 year from sitting there with a dream to hosting a show on our own property with friends and everything. And actually, people who come all around made us feel like we were stars, and we're just regular people. That's why
we love every one of you. So it's we're just regular people, and we picked up a camera and we started sharing our lives and what we do, and we've met the best people because of it.
So I've been mowing grass, and I go into deep thought. I don't even remember mowing. I'm just thinking, and I was thinking about all the hands I shook and the people I met. And I was just thinking, like, what that guy said about how we do it for the money. And I kind of got defensive at first. And then I started realizing, like, at first we thought, yeah, if we could ever do that. But when you start out, you're so far away from making money, unless something really big and you're already popular.
Right.
You're not going to expect this huge thing. You got to work for it. And the way we work for it is practice what we preach. You've seen us in Florida. We've been in 10 states in a year. But we've went to the same place multiple times.
Right.
So we just have traveled and traveled and traveled.
As much as we can.
And we're going to keep pushing that as far as we can go. And we want to travel around. I'm telling you, the greatest feeling you'll ever have in your life is cruising with your friends. Yeah. Out cruising. Like, no illegal stuff going on, no drinking. You're just out cruising.
That's the thing, too.
Something just clicks, man.
If you like to drink, that's fine, and we're not against it in any way, but it just works out that the crowd of people that we hang out with, no one really does drink. So, it's nice to be able to hang out with people,
I drank a lot.
Yeah, and now he doesn't, but,
I decided
it's just not as stressful, and there's no drama, and you just have the best time, and you actually have real memories. It's an amazing experience, really.
Yeah, we see each other. We hang out. If you watch the last video about our piece.n.grease car show, that's real. It's kind of like we kind of intended to have like a YouTube fair, moving forward. Other people that have channels get together and build each other up, create an environment for each other to thrive. There's no competition amongst us because I'm not trying to build a truck for you. I'm not trying to take work from anyone. None of that. So, I got a job to what I do here.
Yeah.
And this is a side thing that we are addicted to. we love going to car shows, walking up, somebody already knows who we are, and we're just the same as them, and they're driving something just as cool as us. It's just something that you can't, it's hard to find.
And it's an ever-changing environment. You continually get to see people's different creative ideas and different builds and creations and their different personalities that come with it. I mean, I'm going to say this. We talked about this today, and I know you're watching it. Todd Johnson, anytime we're somewhere with you, something funny happens, and we love it. You're a funny guy. It's always a good time. So, it's just like...
I met Todd by accident out to eat with Corey Wheat by accident.
Yeah.
And now when we see each other, we're best of
good
friends.
Times, man.
And
it's funny.
So, do we do it for money? Hell yeah. But we don't make enough.
Yeah.
We do it for the open road and the friendships. I'll be honest with you. If I ever make any money, I'm gonna spend it all, every dime, right back into what we're doing.
That's what we do now.
I'll just have more 12 valves. I'll just have more semi wheels. I'm not trying to get rich.
That's the thing too. Like the money that we have made now, it has either. So the money we just made from YouTube just paid for our window tint on the van.
No. Time out. We thought we was going to go buy a computer.
Let's not talk about this.
We talked, and I said, maybe we step our game up now. We go buy a computer. So off she went to Best Buy with the little bit of profit we made of the gate.
Tiny bit.
Made a little bit of profit. Let's spend it all back into the company.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and buys the computer, comes home, the app to edit won't even come on. So next day, right back,
Less than 24 hours later.
Yep. So we don't even own a computer.
We're,
a year into this, 200
yeah.
videos in, we don't even have a computer.
Honestly, I have bought two, right now, I've bought 2 new tripods that are great tripods. And right now, the tripod we're using has electrical tape holding one of the crooked legs on because Tim continues to just
That's
use
the best
this
tripod. It's like an $8 tripod.
It's an $8 tripod that we've made 250 videos on.
650,000 views have come from that tripod.
Yeah, we should keep it forever.
All this is just to tell you, just to do it, man.
Yeah.
Use push-up sticks to tie. Just use something.
Life is short. That's the thing. So, like, we told you, we circled back to each other. We both wasted a lot of time of our lives not being ourselves and not living true to who we were. And yes, it brought us our kids and it, brought us different experiences in life and brought us to who we are and made us who we are. But, like, the sooner that you find that inside of you to just be true to yourself and live your life, the better that things become just every day.
Yeah, Merlin, when I watched him drive away in that car, he canceled every excuse that I had for why I wouldn't drive that car. Merlin just showed me to have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And just, if you can't fix it, who are you going to rely on to fix it? So it's like we all got this talent in us to dive deep in and dig it out. And I don't know where we'll end up with this, but after 1 year of doing it, we have no intentions of stopping.
Right.
We started another channel, live from Miller's Campground. It's still there. We're going to get back to it, but we're trying to get caught up. We got so much content coming up.
Oh, man.
We was talking about today. It's just so many trucks coming up, builds, diesel swaps. We got shows to go to. We got a van build coming up. Try to mix it up, have something for everyone.
Yeah.
And just inspire people to get up and work on stuff. You don't have to be perfect.
No.
And I'm not saying this in a mean way. Don't take this the wrong way. But I don't want you to show me pictures of your car on your phone. I want you to show me your actual car. I want you to get in it and let's meet up and hang out and you show me the vehicle. Let's drive them together. There's people that come here from New York and they got a hotel and they drove here. And they mentioned that a few times. That's all right, though. You were here. At least you didn't come in your trailer.
Right, right.
But it's okay if you got a trailer because as people get older or something, you might need that heat, AC, and more comfortable truck. There's no shame in them.
I am not considering myself like that much older, and I would like heat and AC and everything that we have.
We've been living without it.
Honestly, we live like it's 1892 in every vehicle we own because there's no heat or air.
That's the life I'm living. I'm like a 1950s preacher.
I don't even ever ask for sponsors, but if we could get a vintage heat and air sponsor, that's what I'll take.
That's why I don't have heat in the truck. It's because I was planning on putting vintage AC. It's getting busy out there.
Well, I don't know what's going
Tractors.
on.
And when a Jeep went by pulling a hay wagon.
What happened?
There's some bug out there that sounds like a weed eater.
That is a weed eater.
I don't know. It's a circus around here. But what else do we got?
I don't know.
That's it, man. We sold to Carter Merlin and got going, and we got a lot of common subscribers, and we just keep meeting people. There's even local people here that watch us that we're starting to meet.
Yeah.
That feels good.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's just
it's mind-boggling to us, like all of the support, and like we say, we're just normal people, and to know that there are people we've never met before, which is, the majority of you guys we have never met before. To know that you're out there cheering us on and, hoping that things go well for our show, or, dang, feel bad for us about they look thug because that sucked. You know what I mean? Like, to have that kind of support from people that you don't even actually physically know is amazing to us, because we have never had that. Either of us have ever had that kind of support before this.
Like when 8 Lug Thug blew up, I had a lot of other stuff going on, and the only reason I really wanted to swap that motor was to prove to myself that I had it in me, and that a negative setback wasn't going to stop me. I had a lot of money in that motor. That motor wasn't a stock engine. I probably had $3,000 or $4,000 in that, and never drove it a mile, and it blew up hard. So It happens. I know 2 or 3 other people right now going through the same thing, and everyone's quality mechanic. It just happens, but you can't park it for a year or 2 years or
Right.
never look at it again.
So we talk about this a lot too about trying your mindset. You know, you have to change your mindset, and negativity will kill anything that you're trying to do. And it's easy to be negative about something. So you gotta swallow that pill and chin up or put your head down or whatever you want to say and dig in and get it done. Because the sooner you do that, you're gonna feel much better about it, whatever it
Your
is.
mind's your biggest obstacle.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was one of the reasons. Like I just drank some beer, and just one day I was like, I just stopped for a day because you guys were calling me fat. So I was what lose a little weight, but I just stuck with it because like if you want to go grab a car or you just want to, if you break down, yeah, it's no big deal to go have some beers and eat dinner and stuff. But drink a 6 pack and break down in one of these old cars, then you're a sitting duck.
Yeah.
So one day I just was like, I just wanted more. I just wanted to. I kind of finally realized that there might actually be some people that looked up to me. So I just wanted to be the better person each day. That's what I tell my son. Try to be a better person every day.
That's right.
Just work on something every day. So no, but none of us are perfect. I, everyone's made mistakes, but they make you who you are. Everything that I've ever done created me sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And none of that was ever that bad. I never unlocked, what do they call it? I never unlived anybody or any of that. So,
oh boy.
yeah, we don't ever get a chance to sit down and talk like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's busy doing a lot. I mean, we have so many, we're fishing with a lot of poles.
Yes.
We have a 25-acre property that does not sleep.
Right.
It's a little town. It's a lot of work. We're understaffed on purpose. That's the way millers do things. We thrive under pressure. So
we've got all these kids that we deal with, and sports and school, and summer's here, but weightlifting's still happening, and jobs, and we have the Airbnb, and I mean, we don't ever stop, honestly. And the show was a lot to undertake for our first one. It was amazing, and we're so thankful for everybody. So if you could make it, that's awesome.
I'm kind of sad it's over.
I'm sad it's over, but I honestly feel like I have been in like a haze, like nothing. I can't even comprehend that it all even happened because it was just like everywhere. There was so much going on.
It was so much work that you wouldn't want to have more than one a year.
Right.
But it was so much fun that you want to have 5 a year.
Yes.
So we didn't know what to expect as far as car count and what we could hold, and how to arrange different things.
Right.
So we probably peaked out at like 80 cars plus. There was probably 100 cars total. I think we could fit 600 easy, probably.
Yeah, I do too.
800 would be a maxed out show.
Well, I would like to have the vintage campers as a part of it next year. So
Yep.
we want to have if you're okay with primitive, bring your little vintage camper out here. We'll make a little village area and everybody just camp out. We're just going to do it 2 days.
It's a camping vibe.
Yeah.
You get here on Friday morning or even, Thursday night. But by Sunday, we made a mistake. And there was one guy that came out, and I would like I chatted with him, but I was bouncing around.
We've
And the one
discussed
guy
this several times.
come out in a 51 Ford, parked there all 3 days.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to talk
We
to
love
him.
you and
Everybody was
appreciate you.
hangry Sunday morning and rolled out there. So 3-day guy, I appreciate
So
you.
much.
And
We've
comment
discussed
down
it so
below
much.
because I have no way of keeping up with everybody. So if you didn't get mad at us that we rolled out on you
Yes.
Sunday morning,
We would have
just
loved
hit your
you to
name
come
up
with us.
and call
I
us
just didn't
jerks.
know. So
But people came from all over. It was mind blowing. I laughed, I smiled, I teared up. It was just emotional to look out, especially during the awards, and we didn't get half of that. It cut out 'cause
I
it was
wish you
hot.
guys would have seen all
But
of it.
people were teared up, people were rooting, and people were having a good time. And that's just the community. Not one single piece of trash was left behind. not one single rut, burnout. No one did a
And
donut.
that's what we're talking about when we say that we don't do it for the money. It's the people and it's the experiences and it's the places we get to see. I mean, we've seen some of the most beautiful back roads and the most just beautiful scenes that you could imagine, you know, with these people we're making these memories with. And that's what it's about.
People that we've only known for a few weeks.
Yeah.
We met Sam Heffley and his wife Melissa at Rod Run because he had a cool truck.
I love him. I already love him.
Yeah. I'll tell you how to get in the truck gang. I'll tell you a faster way to get in the truck gang is to have a truck. You know? That's a quicker way to get in is to build a cool truck and just take your truck you're driving and sell the body off of it and put something cooler on it. No one's looking at your new truck. I promise you. Nobody but you is worried about that new truck or your new Escalade or none of that. I wish I could have a new Escalade, but I'm fine with an old one.
I just want my tire to quit leaking.
Around here we have a lot of leaky tires. It's just we plug them. We just keep air. We keep air compressors going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's us about. That's probably a lot of us rambling about our friends. But you know, we just wanted you to the new people that didn't know about the Merlin Connection and
we want to welcome
wonder
you.
how we hang out with Hannah and Corey and the special people we do.
Yes.
And how other channels that have popped up since we've started are Sprague built. He went from 0 to he's 12 or 1300 over a quality international build.
Very talented, awesome couple.
AJP Customs. He's growing. He got busy building a barn. I tell Austin to keep film more. Our new friends in Florida, Saw Customs. They went from 0 to 2200 quick.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do. You guys don't even understand. Unless
you've been on TV or something, that's impossible to do. So I'm just telling you, this is a little community. Vintage 10, he's up in Pennsylvania. He's working up. He's got hard work attitude. He's a veteran. He's got some nice vehicles he's already built. So
Resurrected Garage.
They've been doing it a long time. Resurrected Garage is the veteran of our crew.
Yep, they are.
And Daniel and Brittany are into all kinds of things.
They travel hard, dude, and they deserve any recognition that anybody can give them. They're the nicest people, and they work really hard.
Motorcycles, cars, trucks, Petersville pinup contest, everything. They're into everything.
Yeah.
So without, you know, if we was doing this for money, we would have never left the state.
We would have quit.
We've always just dug out of our own pocket and worked a little extra, sold something, whatever we can to put ourselves at that table.
Right.
And it's paying off with awesome friends. We have no personal drama. We go home when it's over. We meet up when it's on.
Yep.
And the invite's open for everyone. Man, I just can't even list the people that we've met. Dixie Customs, Lemon Fab. Yeah. It goes on and on and on. Like it's like Mike Hill, all the local people that support us, which ain't a lot. Trust me.
Yeah.
Not as many local people that you know they will not support you the way that you think they will.
We found that the locals don't support until after you've already established, you know,
they want to make sure you ain't full of shit yet, and then they'll follow you. It's like they won't come to your show.
No.
People I've known for 30 years didn't come to my show. Didn't miss them because there were so many great people there. They weren't friends at all if they're not willing to support you. So you'll find people who will support you.
You will.
But you know, that's how we do it. And I'm sure that applies to lowriders, football teams, travel ball, anything you want. You'll find your crowd.
Yep. So we wanted to do this just to kind of catch our breath a little bit and, you know, get you guys up to date on where we're at, how we got here, say hi to all of our new viewers and all of our new subscribers. And next week we'll get you all caught up on the Rat Rod build because he has not stopped.
I haven't stopped. I went and got parts today. Aaron Oglesby hooked. Well, we did some money swapping for some parts.
Yeah.
So I got parts for the Rat Rod. We got the free truck with the Cummins that we got. We got to get it apart. We got so much to do.
It's a lot for you guys to see this summer. We're going to be grinding real hard every day. So
one of the things I'm most excited about and is our collaboration coming up with Swim Shop 4x4 van conversions. We're going to take our van to the next level using their kit and their know-how. They're so far. The plan is they're going to come up, which from what I see, they travel out, man. They're not afraid to throw
Not
the
afraid
vans
to go.
together and
Yeah.
go. So we're hoping to get as many of the swim shop up here as we can to film a good production of getting that van put together.
We want to do that for you guys more like we're not going to like take different videos and different days and steps. We're just going to film it as we go and then boom, throw it all together for you. So you're going to see it, start to finish and end product in that. So that's coming. We got it in the works for you guys.
We're going to be on Power Tour.
Yes.
So June 10th through the 14th. We're going to be on Power Tour starting in Bowling Green.
Driving the van.
The van, as long as
we're gonna have 2 of the 3 boys for sure.
Yep. So we'll be in Power Tour. If you see us in the van with the tinted out windows, honk the horn or something. We may not be able to see you because the windows are as dark as my shirt. But we wanted to take our the boys on that because it's just something to do. And world's biggest cruise. We've already met a few people at our car show, Little Henry's Garage. DJ Morganson and his dad, they're going on there. They're long haulers. We want to run into them.
And that same weekend, when we get back from Power Tour, we have the Pole Motors Freedom
Fest.
Truck Fest.
That's a pretty good show.
In Van Wert, Ohio. So we will be there for that right after Power Tour.
That's a mixture of old school and new school. That's a mixture of 40-year-old dudes and 20-year-old dudes. But they're trying to have a jamboree feel, Lima Indie Jamboree feel. So go support that.
Yes. It's a fun time. We had fun there last year.
Yeah, we've been looking at the calendar, and I told her we're just going to there's so many, we got to be real selective.
It's a lot. There's a lot. So we've got it mapped out for the most part. I'm sure there will be, changes here and there for different things. But, we're trying to have a schedule this year and keep you guys up to date with that. And, just keep moving forward, doing our thing and sharing with you where we go.
So if you think this video sucks, you probably watch podcasts. So just think of this as a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Be like, piece.n.grease's video sucked. They didn't do any fab work. Well, people in podcasts don't do any fab work either. So this is instead of doing a weekly podcast, we was going to try that, but we just really don't have time to sit down and bore you to death. We're just hitting you with the highlights of who we are, where we are. Her dad was a car painter, and she's very willing to be involved. You do not have to be a car painter to learn how to paint a car. You just have to be willing to be involved.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some of that coming up. Some female in the garage type activities. So all you women watching that right now, get up.
The kids are out of school for the summer. That was my excuse before. Now it's warm out.
All you women that's watching us, all your kids are grown. Get in the garage and help your husband.
They might not be. Sammy was
if you help your husband in the garage, he'll go to a sewing show with you. When you go to a quilting festival, he'd be more than happy to go to that.
No, he ain't.
So, yeah, they would. Starving Artist Festival or something.
Oh, boy. I took him to the Yellow Spring Street Fair with me once. Big mistake.
Well, I had to walk about 4 miles to get there, so I was already on the negative side of things.
I don't know. We have fun no matter what we're doing, so we're just playing around. But thank you guys for watching. So make sure you subscribe, like our videos, share our videos, leave us comments. We love reading the comments.
Check out our friends channels.
All of our friends. Give them some support and love.
If you have ever thought about starting a channel, it's free. Pick it up, start filming.
Yeah.
The hardest thing you're going to run into is time to edit.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. You're going to not have time to edit.
Yeah.
You're going to spend an hour filming and you're going to spend 4 hours editing.
Yes.
So the better you are at computers, I think the better it'll help you.
Yeah.
And we're not here to sell our talent, because there's people who are way more talented than we are. Mm-hmm. But we're just willing to show you the ups and downs of what we do.
We just want to inspire people to be motivated.
That's our number one thing, is to inspire people to work on their stuff. You live in one of the greatest countries in the world, and you have a enormous amount of freedom to get out there and drive whatever you want.
And to support one another. That is a big focus for us too, is that you know, we want people to know that we're going to encourage you, and we want you to grow and you know, become who you really are, and have a happy life because of it, you know.
So we roll down the highway trucking, and everyone we support, those trucks add up.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a thing bigger than, it's a release form. It's like getting on your Harley and going, but you know, we're not going to bike night and pounding 14 beers, and we're just out enjoying the sights.
Maybe stopping for some chicken salad at a little country store. That's how rowdy we get.
Yeah. I don't want to break down, but next time I break down, I'm gonna order a pizza.
Yeah, for delivery on the side of the
I got
road.
enough tools in my truck to fix whatever's wrong, unless it's really bad. But I don't have a pizza.
Yeah, just the experience of hanging out, waiting for your pizza while you're fixing your problems. That'd be a good idea.
So if you got anything you want to see us work on, or work on ourselves, if there's anything that about us you don't like, let us know.
This is your chance.
We read every comment. We answer every comment. If you leave a crappy comment and we get negative, sorry, because we put a lot into this, and we don't want to. Sometimes we feel like you let people down when they're bitching at you a little bit, but it's, you know, we don't want to let one tiny negative thing
the
outweigh
nightlight
all.
just came on. Did you guys see that?
Electrician, everything just works perfectly.
Oh man, it was like professional lighting. All of a sudden, it scared me. Good job, babe.
Yeah. But that's it. We hope to see you. You got 11 months and 3 weekends to plan for our next show.
It's true.
I've already talked to 3 or 4 people. Chip, my buddy Chip, he's looking for an engine project.
Yeah.
Jason Anderson went straight home and got him a daggone bus donor chassis for his Lodestar.
Yep.
Can't wait to see that. My dad he rode his 318 motor over closer to his Plymouth today.
Ooh,
He's inspired.
That's moved.
Yeah, Valentine McKee from Trimmers.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
If any of you met my dad this weekend, everybody enjoyed him.
Yeah.
He had the time of his life, and there was 3 generations, me and my dad and my son. And you don't always get that.
It's true.
And that don't last forever. Me and my dad and mom was out there mowing 3 wide, getting ready for the show. You don't always have that, you know. So those are the things we appreciate. Her mom lives here. My parents are up here. We're all close, tight knit, family type thing. We're going to bring the boys involved. Her son's getting his license right now.
Yeah.
My son will be moving towards getting his license, and I'm excited to help these younger guys drive cool stuff. They don't think it's cool.
Oh, what was it? We asked Sammy what kind of car. Wyatt won't tell us what he wants, and so we asked Sammy what kind of car he wanted the other night.
I asked Sammy. Me and Sammy have adult-like conversations on a one-on-one level.
Good.
We were sitting there in the chair, and he was on the couch. And I said, "Sammy, when you get older, what kind of car do you want to drive?" And he said, "I want
a purple Mustang
with sweet red."
He said a purple Mustang with some
sweet red
paint and a guitar on the back.
Guitar painted on the back. And he said, "I want loud exhaust." So he goes, "Run, mommy!"
Yeah.
And he knew exactly what he wanted.
He didn't even think about it, and I was just like, "What in the world? You don't even know what a Mustang is." I don't think.
He don't even know what YouTube is, but he likes to watch himself on TV.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
That's
going to probably wrap up our little podcast here. Piece of Grease. Get to know us. I'm 44, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I'm 40.
6'3".
6'3".
Thought you were taller. You ever seen Roadhouse?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. I'm taller than average, but we just have fun with it, and we
appreciate
we ramble
you guys.
on and
I
on
know,
and on.
we could talk all night, so we appreciate you guys. Come back, see us on Wednesday. We'll have a new video for you, and next week we will have a Rat Rod video for you on Friday.
I quit.
No.
I'm not working on anything else.
He's full of
I
it.
gave up. I seen everybody else's build offs for the Rat Rod build off.
We're supposed to be at Beatersville this Sunday, so if you're there, then come see us. We'll be there, Louisville, this Sunday.
See us on the side of I-71. Pull over and help me.
Please do not wish that on us. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Piece and Grease.